What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. So look, we all know last week we got to see gameplay of the new rogue, Kestrel, who will be the first new character to kick off Rogue Company's Season 1. Now, if you saw my last video where I showcased this new rogue, you know her abilities are extremely unique and are unlike any other abilities that we have ever seen from Rogue Company. However, Kestrel is only one out of the 8 new rogues that are 100% confirmed to be coming this year in Rogue Company's Season 1. Now, with that being said, we are going to see a lot of new rogues with a lot of new and unique abilities. But what if I told you that you could have control over what abilities are actually going to be put into Rogue Company? Now hold on, before we get into all of that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell because I'm your #1 channel for all high quality Rogue Company content. Let's get into it. So look, you have to realize that Rogue Company is different from most modern games. This game is not a money grab, nor is it dominated by corporate greed, but more so Rogue Company is a passion project that has a team that genuinely cares about the feedback that their community gives them, which gives us, the people who actually play Rogue Company, a lot more power than you think. Now, after Rogue Company confirmed that 8 new rogues are coming this year, the Rogue Company community just exploded with all kinds of ideas for what rogues they would want to see implemented into the game. So, like in my other videos, I searched the internet and looked all over Reddit, Discord, Twitter, and the YouTube comments, and based off of some of your ideas, I came up with 3 concepts for playable characters that are very likely to show up in some of the rogues that we will see in Season 1. Alright, so first up, let's talk about an idea for a rogue who is designed for defending. So this rogue is an elite mercenary who is obsessed with the thrill of the hunt, who is known to enjoy watching his prey for days before waiting for the perfect moment to strike. So, this rogue will be equipped with 3 cameras that will be able to be thrown or placed in strategic areas, which is designed to be used primarily around objective. Now, if you are familiar with Rainbow Six Siege, then you know the operator Valkyrie, and essentially this idea stems from her. However, this concept character has his own personality and his own set of unique skills. Now, these cameras are extremely useful for surveilling objective, but they are not only used to gain intel on the enemy team, they also double down as a trap. Now let me explain. Alright, so for an example, you can place a camera next to a doorway, and let's say if you see an enemy team through that camera beginning to push in, well, this rogue, and only this rogue, can actually detonate his camera, but instead of a lethal explosion, the camera explodes similar to a flash grenade, stunning all who are in its radius. Now look, this idea is just a concept, so let me know down in the comments what you would add or take away. For an example, would you like to see all teammates be able to view the cameras like they do in Rainbow Six Siege? Or should it only be exclusive to the one rogue? Let's have a real conversation. Now look, I have to say a rogue with the ability to use cameras is long overdue, especially for how competitive Rogue Company is, and honestly I think we have a pretty high chance of seeing something like this come to Rogue Company in Season 1. Now up next, let's talk about an idea for a rogue who is designed for attacking or DPS. Now, this concept character has a little bit of an interesting story and adds to the lore of Rogue Company. So, now if you didn't know the backstory of Talon, well, his name is Jimmy Zhang, and at one point in his life, he once was an enforcer in the Japanese underworld, but he left that life to join Rogue Company. However, the organization that Talon was once affiliated with did not take his leave lightly and sent out an assassin to take out Talon for his betrayal, and the rogue that I'm about to talk about is that very assassin. Now this assassin is known to be deadly accurate with kunai, and legend says that one strike from his blade can make even the toughest opponents bleed for an eternity. Now this assassin is designed for getting in the action and damaging as many enemies as possible. So, as an active ability, this rogue will have 5 kunai that do 15 damage each, but like the legend says, your enemies will bleed for an eternity. Now, in addition to his kunai doing 15 damage, each enemy who has been hit with one will also take damage over time. Now, as far as a passive ability goes, this assassin will have increased speed when he has his kunai in hand. Now, I know that was a little bit different. I kind of gave this character a little bit more narrative and even went into the backstory of Talon. Now, let me know down in the comments if you are interested in the lore of Rogue Company and if you want to see a video on that. Let's have a real conversation down in the comments. Now, last but certainly not least, let's talk about a concept for a rogue that was designed to keep his teammates alive no matter what. Now, this rogue was a former elite sniper who was unlike any sniper you have ever heard of. This rogue did not use a traditional sniper, but was even more deadly using just a bow and arrow. Now, one day after being the lone survivor of a 10-man group filled with people who he called family, he vowed to never let one of his own ever die again. Now, this rogue's active ability is a bioengineered arrow tip that can be shot at any surface that creates an area which heals any teammates who are standing in its radius. Now, this rogue vowed to never let any of his own die again, and the best way to make sure no one he cares about dies is to take out the enemies himself. So this rogue's passive ability is that if any enemy steps foot in the healing area that his arrow creates, instead of being healed, they will take damage. Now that is it for today's video. Let me know down in the comments what you think about these 3 concept rogues. Now I have to tell you, I had a lot of fun making this kind of video. I really enjoyed adding a little bit of backstory to my rogues that I've created and even telling you guys a little bit about the Rogue Company lore. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see more of this kind of format. Now, like always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell because I'm your #1 channel for all high quality Rogue Company content. Peace.